There we go.
Happy New Year's Eve. Hello, hello. We're here to welcome in the new year tomorrow. And are really excited about a couple of things that we have coming up. But first, we want to talk about how to remove the shit from your head and stop making yourself crazy. Stop feeling crazy. And so what we want to say is this acronym, S, is for something happens. The internal idiot, which means your subconscious, your survival part of your mind, triggers. So this is S.H.I.T. So once you're triggered, all of those things are released into your body, all of those hormones, the adrenaline, the stress chemicals, and it puts your body into a reaction mode that you might feel is making you crazy. Isn't that right, Rita? You ever been there?
Oh, yes. I have been there personally. Yes. Something happens and an event occurs, something happens and it hits the fan, right? And then there's this loop that your brain keeps giving it to you because your brain's trying to protect you. And so you don't feel like you're being taken advantage. So you don't feel like you're losing. It's a lose-lose. What's happening here is a lose-lose. And I remember driving and it's coming in my head. I remember walking and it's coming in my head. And so to close that loop, remove that, like to remove that, you got to know that something happened and it triggers. So you just know that, that's just, it's not right. It's not wrong. You don't need it anymore. So I thought of 5 things that you can do to remove that. Right. So you can just write it down, write the story down, what your brain's trying to tell you and what you're either denying or confirming, it's true or not true. You can look at it, right? Writing it down. And then you do the stop technique. The other one's a stop technique, right? You just stop, look up, let it go, let it flow, let it out, vent it, switch it, flip it. Peace. Physically break the pattern. The thought comes in and you do something physical. Okay. I love doing squats, right? Because now you're squashing that things that wire together, you're breaking that loop, that pattern.
Right. And there's a side benefit. You get good legs.
You get good buttocks muscles. What are those called? Gluteus maximus.
Yeah.
The 4th thing you can do is play it all the way through. We get stuck in this loop but we never play it all the way. Play it all the way through, make it 10 times worse. I mean, just be like, oh my God, now I'm a bag lady, abandoned, abused, 100 years old, whatever it is, make it to the worst because you're going to see how ridiculous this thought is. But the trigger came from the internal process that came from a past memory, a past hurt when you were small and you didn't know what to do with that. You didn't know how to deal with that, but now you don't need it. And the fifth way is, how do you want it to happen? How do you prefer it for this event to have occurred? So rewrite that, right? Rewrite it. So you want to write it down, tap it down, physically break the pattern, play it all the way through, make it 10 times worse. And then number 5, just how do you wish it would happen? And you will stop the cray. You will stop being crazy over this thing that you're overreacting. 100% guarantee you that it's not needed. It's just something that happens and we have to clean it up.
Right. So guys, the stop technique is below. And I just want to add that maybe the hardest part of this is step 5, where you get to make it up and make it different. And here's where I get a lot of people saying, yeah, but should we be faking it? Should we be pretending something so like outrageous? Like, should we pretend something good is going to happen? Should we pretend that it's going to turn out fine? What are you pretending? That's what I ask. Right? Like, what is that crazy cycle pretending? You're pretending step 4, right? You're pretending that this worst case scenario is going to happen. And then, of course, your body's going to react, your emotions are going to react, your voice is going to react, your whole entire personality changes because of that reaction for that moment. So if you want to pretend pretend and make it up the way you want it to be, it's no different than what you're already doing. Okay. You're just doing it to benefit yourself and you're worth it, right?
Yeah. And you're training your brain. You know, you're doing step 5, you're training your brain. It's happening up here mentally, emotionally, physically. It's the way you would prefer it. And so now the brain has directions.
Yeah.
Now it has
Yes. And that's what you want to do. You want to be directing your brain to release the chemicals and the emotions and the things that serve you to live to have a better relationship, to have better finances, to have a better health, and just an overall better life. And that's what we want for you. So great. Well, we hope you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe, click notifications, and also download that stop technique, because we do have a video that comes with it, and that can be really helpful for really, like, this is the thing that has worked for me to stop this overthinking. And it's the thing that's worked for Rita. That's why we talk about it the most. So if you want that thing, it's there for you.